Moving on to the veins. Veins are going to bring blood back to the heart, deoxygenated blood. And the good thing about arteries and veins is a lot of them have the same names. So like, you know, femoral artery, femoral vein, a lot of them will have the same name because they're in the same area. So veins bring blood back to the heart after exchange, so they've dropped off their nutrients, they've dropped off the oxygen. Larger veins run right along arteries, and like I said, they're going to share names often. They're named accordingly. Veins from the head and upper torso drain into the superior vena cava. Veins from the bottom drain into the inferior vena cava, and both of those empty into your right atrium. That you should know already from looking at the heart. Jugular veins. Instead of carotid arteries, there are jugular veins that drain the head, and then it's going to unite with the subclavian vein and the brachiocephalic veins. So here you see there's subclavian veins, subclavian arteries. Brachiocephalic vein, brachiocephalic artery. They're in the same area. One carries blood away, one brings deoxygenated blood back. And then there again, they drain into the right atrium. So head picture again. Here's the jugular. Notice again a very large branch. Every branch. Here again, facial vein. You had a facial artery. Very similar. Here's the brachiocephalic vein. You also have a brachiocephalic artery. Subclavian, same thing. And that is why on diagrams, the red and the blue are very important, is so that you can tell the differences between them. Shoulder, here again, going to be very similar. You'll have radial and ulnar. So looking at a diagram again, subclavian vein, it's blue. I am going to look at my brachial, is going to be the long one that runs down the center. I will have my radial veins. I will have my ulnar veins. Do notice there might be a few more veins than there are arteries. And remember, they have to come back to the heart, so there's not as much pressure pushing through them. One that is different is the azygos vein, and it drains the abdominal and thoracic walls. There's not an azygos artery. Hepatic, again, going to deal with liver. And then there's some more that go with that. So here again, if I start looking at my organs, hepatic deals with liver. My kidneys aren't on this diagram, but I am going to have renal veins, just like renal arteries. Gastric, down here, common iliac vein, both sides, same as my iliac arteries. So here's the large diagram. So I can see my vena cavas come into the heart. Brachiocephalic is going to go to the head and the arm. Subclavian, I guess, brachiocephalic, brachial, radial, ulnar, iliac veins. The one other one that's different, notice there is femoral, there is the tibial, anterior and posterior. But this one, you should maybe X or circle. Great saphenous vein, there's not a great saphenous artery. The great saphenous vein is the longest vein in your body. And often if a blood vessel is needed for surgery or something, a lot of times that great saphenous vein can be cut and part of that can be taken out and used for different surgeries. So that great saphenous vein is unique and very important. And that's all of the blood system.